Can people be redeemed to that level?
Not with me. Nah, not with me.
Yeah.
Not with me. No.
In life overall, perhaps.
Not
Redemption,
with me.
right, but not with the
Listen, I can forgive you from afar, but I'm more likely to forget you than forgive you. No, you did that shit. You really, really tried to harm me. And that's terrible. Who wants to hurt me? Word? Oh, you deserve every bit that's coming your way. And it is.
Jilly from Philly. My goodness, Jill Scott. Now, you do know it is common fare when men talk like that, and I'm not trying to genderize the discussion here, but when men talk like that, one of the first things that women who are listening say is, who hurt you? Am I lying? 1-800-920-1580. You're listening to the voice of reason. You already know, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580. Jill was mad. She gets to be mad. That's the legendary Jill Scott. We love her. All right? Get to be upset. But she said it's easier for her to forget you than it is for her to forgive you. The question was about redemption. Ah, man, y'all heard the Bible verse. All have fallen short of the glory of God. She echoes a very common sentiment. I can forgive you, but you got to be over there. Everything about this society seems to be avoidant in some way. I'm sorry, 1-800-920-1580, tonight's topic, because let me just say, I think it's the opposite. I think it's easier to forgive than it is to forget. If you disagree, that's fine. Call me. I'm not standing on the position that I'm right. But let's investigate and explore. Everybody thinks they could just push it down, shove it away, and move on. Every relationship you're in or have been in, right, leaves a type of psycho-spiritual residue on your soul. 1-800-920-1580, get to your phone lines. Tonight's topic is forgetting about someone without, this is going to hurt, is forgetting about someone without forgiveness actually holding on to them? Can you forget about someone without doing the actual internal work, the healing work? True or false? Is it easier to forgive them than it is to forget them? If you've never forgiven them, how can you possibly forget them? Oh, Lord, 1-800-920-1580. I know there's a lot of people out there talking right now. Oh, I can forget somebody easy. I could drop somebody. My cutoff game is ridiculous. Well, I'm interested to know. Is forgetting about someone without forgiveness actually holding on to them? 1-800-920-1580. Many of us think it's easier to forget. I tend to think it's the opposite. It's easier to forgive than it is to forget. Tonight's conversation presses on a quiet contradiction many people live, right, inside but rarely name. The claim of forgetting someone without ever forgiving them. Tonight's show is going to try to interrogate whether forgiving actually, or whether forgetting actually releases anything, or whether it simply relocates attachment into silence, physiology, repetition, and future relationships. We examine a destabilizing possibility. Effortful forgetting often functions as proof of continuation, not closure. If something requires maintenance, vigilance, or suppression, does it still occupy space? The ledger seems to never close. It just goes underground. On tonight's episode, we're going to try to dismantle the cultural shortcuts, right, that pass as emotional maturity, forgetting, forgiveness, acceptance, and expose how often these gestures operate as exits rather than resolution. I keep telling y'all, and I've been saying it for a couple of years now, breaking up, moving on, is a form of escapism when no internal work has been processed. I'll just move on to something better. Right? 1-800-920-1580. Somebody, attorney reaction at the TikTok chat here says, not forgiving takes away your power. Very interesting. 1-800-920-1580. I want to know what you guys think tonight. Tonight's conversation, again, it presses on a quiet contradiction many people live inside but rarely name. The claim of forgetting someone without ever forgiving them. Jill says, I can forget you. Many people say they can forget you, but when clinical psychiatry and psychology come into play, right, the clinicians will tell you that unresolved, repressed, abandoned, orphaned stuff in your spirit calls in a relationship that is perfectly tuned for a reenactment. Right? Forgiveness doesn't count unless you do the work. Oh, no, don't do that, Zoe. Don't say that to the people. If you still have resentment, if you still harbor it in your spirit, you haven't really forgiven. Right? Keep in mind now, forgiveness is not for the person. Forgiveness has always been for you. Again, the show is going to try to integrate or interrogate whether forgetting actually releases anything or whether it simply relocates attachment into silence, physiology, repetition, and future relationships. Right? If something requires maintenance, vigilance, or suppression, it still occupies a space in your spirit. Yes or no? True or false? 1-800-920-1580. The ledger never closes. It just goes underground. Right? I want to know. Do you actually forgive? Or are you trying your best to forget? Do you agree or disagree with this position? Forgetting demands labor. Forgiveness without accountability simply reorganizes power. Acceptance without cost, accounting, converts endurance into virtue. The nervous system does not respond to declaration. It tracks threat resolution. What cognition suppresses? The body remembers. Listen to that again. What the mind, what thought, what cognition suppresses, the body remembers. So Jill, I love you, Jill. Jilly from Philly, I love you. But if you don't process that work, right, you're not really free, right? What language redeems? Behavior contradicts. The result shows up later in repeated attraction patterns. Listen, repeated attraction patterns. You don't know how many people reach out to me and say, how do I stop dating or finding or meeting or running into the same type of person that I've been trying to get away from for the past 15 years? You don't know how many people reach out. The result shows up later if you're doing suppression work. right? Repeated attractor patterns. If it's a repeated attractor pattern, could that be similar to the concept that the great J. Krishnamurti, talked about when he said relationship is a mirror? Meaning you get who you are? So if you're repressing and disowning parts of yourself and disowning and repressing resentment and frustration under the guise of forgetting, are you not attracting that person back into your life as a different person? Repeated attractor patterns, exaggerated reactions to neural triggers, right? Shrinking life choices and new partners paying old debts they never incurred. Do you understand? The Voice of Reason is the show that's going to try to offer a rare self-exposure. I'm going to show some things about me that I still hold on to. No villain, no abuse narrative, no triumph packaging. I won because I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to do some self-exposure work tonight. Because, listen, releasing and letting go is not as simple as uttering the words. And forgiveness is integral to forgiving. Forgiving is the get out of jail free card for intimate relationships, right? I'm just going to give you just a precise fact, a pattern, a lesson I learned, a cost that was too expensive for me to pay. I had to pay it. I had to beg, borrow, and steal in order to pay this psycho-spiritual cost. I'm going to talk about it. 1-800-920-1580. Do you want to talk about yours? Come on. Right? Attention still in my heart, still in my spirit, that has never converged into peace. This episode is going to challenge the listener to consider an uncomfortable truth. Some lessons arrive with prices that exceed their utility. And calling the damage growth often functions as a moral aesthetic. Oh, I learned, I grew. But what did it cost you? Insight alone does not settle accounts. Distance does not equal completion. Silence does not erase obligation. This conversation tonight does not ask how to let go. It asks what still organizes your life after you claim relief. Ooh, what wounds, what orphaned hurt still organizes your life after you've claimed growth? Who benefits from unresolved accounting? What secondary gains keeps the grievance, oh my God, rentable? My goodness. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. We want to talk to you. Which freedoms stay postponed to preserve distance? Yikes. And which part of you continues negotiating internally with someone no longer present? Huh? This episode, tonight, this one, Tuesday night, KBLA Talk 1580. The Voice of Reason going to peel it back. This episode closes without instruction or comfort. Only exposure. Because what remains unresolved continues to accrue interest. Oh, this isn't a punishment, y'all. This is the process. When we come forward, the Voice of Reason, we gonna set this bonfire ablaze.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour.
I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PATH25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PATH25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PATH25 for 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code PATH25.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is pleased to partner with the Empowerment Congress once again for their 34th annual summit. The summit's theme is From Vision to Action, a forum to unlock participatory democracy, and will feature a nonpartisan gubernatorial candidate forum focused on issues of importance to the African American community. The summit is the signature public policy-oriented observance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy during the national 3-day holiday weekend that celebrates his life. This year's summit will be held on Saturday, January 17th, 2026 at the California Science Center in Exposition Park from 9 to 11 a.m. Admission is free, but registration is required at KBLA1580.com. All major announced candidates for California governor for the Democratic and Republican Party nominations have been invited to participate in the candidate forum, which will be moderated by Tavis Smiley. An all-star panel of journalists will pose questions to the candidates, and the forum will be broadcast live on KBLA Talk 1580. This is going to be a big year for local, state, and national politics. The political pulse of 2026 beats on KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Oh, silly me, my dear, for thinking that you'd stay. Gave you my heart and then you ran away. Either I'm stupid, I'm foolish, or you're playing me. But it seems we were never really meant to be. So I thought I would try something new. I wanted to find out if I could live happy without you. And it turned out I wasn't living at all. But I would have never known if you had just played along. I was living the dream, believing things that just ain't true. Oh, I can't believe I ever believed in you. You had me chasing fool's gold. I was chasing fool's gold. I was chasing fool's gold. Somewhere deep down inside I knew you wasn't right. But breaking your spell was a plan I never devised. I would have been here forever living for you.
What do I feel immediately after pulling away as someone with a dismissive avoidant attachment style? Relief. You know who it is and you know what time it is. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Dismissible Me. I am your favorite dismissive avoidant Eleanor, back with another triggering video. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know where you are watching from down below in your attachment style. And family, we're going to get right into this video. I feel relieved immediately after pulling away. The same feeling that I feel after a breakup, that relief, is what I feel when I pull away. Like, okay, whew. I can take some time to breathe. I can finally have a moment to myself, you know. It's very, very nice. Like, okay, I don't have to worry about this person right now because I'm taking some time for me. I got these other things that I need to focus on. And it just brings this like mental quiet. I guess that's the next thing that I would feel. This mental quiet. It almost feels like it's peaceful. I don't have to worry about this because when I get in a relationship, it feels like I'm adding another person that I have to care about. Like I have to be responsible for. It's not caring about, it's more responsible for. And it's like, why do I have to be responsible for a whole nother adult and their feelings and what's going on? Like, for me, I feel like you should just be able to handle that on your own. We're both adults, right? What's going on? We're both adults. Why can't you handle it yourself? So for me, because pulling away and being alone is my safe space or where I can, you know, regulate myself. So
we're not here to pathologize any particular insecure attachment style, but we have to give grace. The voice of reason returns with another jarring conversation. This conversation is inspired by Jill Scott. What she said in the recent sit-down interview. We played the clip earlier. She said, I can forget you faster than I can forgive you. I'm giving you the counterpoint. I believe that the forgiveness work isn't for the other person, it's for you. It is a get out of jail or get out of resentment free card. Get out of disappointment. Get out of victimhood card. That's what forgiveness is for. It is a releasing. Nothing can be released unless it is accepted as it is. It doesn't need a narrative that makes you feel triumphant. I did the right thing. I cut them off. No. This is how people maintain and retain wounds. It's not a real forgetting. Oh, my goodness. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. We want to talk to everybody tonight. Does forgetting without forgiveness keep the internal ledger active? Listen. What internal ledger? The great Dr. David R. Hawkins, author of Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender, Power versus Force, and many other books, talked about something in his book called Transcendence. He talked about something, or he labeled it a slight collector. That's the internal ledger. They did me wrong. So the expectations are now reinforced and retrofitted with resistance from the last. There's this quiet, silent contract that says, you got to do better than them. You can't do what they did. You have to show up differently than... Do you understand what I'm saying? Does forgetting without forgiveness keep the internal ledger active? Has it been moved upstairs to the relational expectation department? Now, this silent contract is being written by an orphaned wound. What behavior continues that forgetting claims to end? Nobody wants to take personal accountability for the real work. Let me say that again. What behavior in you continues that forgetting claims to end? Which cost still accrues after contact stops? What advantage survives when memory suppression replaces accountability? I'm asking real questions. Because you guys said y'all want better relationships. Oh, deep personal inquiry is how you get to a better relationship. But you want the person to be better. You don't want to be better because you don't like engaging in these types of discussions. But I'm going to keep doing it. Which explanations arrive faster than changed conduct? When we come forward, we're going to go to the phone lines.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Illinois and Chicago are suing the Department of Homeland Security. Black Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul says Customs and Border Protection and ICE used unlawful tactics, including warrantless arrest and tear gas.
These Border Patrol agents and ICE officers have acted as occupiers rather than officers of the law.
The lawsuit is asking a judge to order those practices to stop. Preliminary data shows a drop in Obamacare enrollment. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services reports 22.8 million people signed up for 2026 coverage, down about 800,000 from last year. And Renee Hardman has made history as the first black woman in the Iowa Senate. She was sworn in Monday after winning a December special election, and her victory also blocked a Republican supermajority. Hardman, a former West Des Moines City Council member, will serve on 6 committees, including as ranking member on local government. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
At the tone, please record your message.
You ready? Drop it! Mr. Tavis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put things in perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. Know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-515-4493. 800-515-4493. 800-515-4493.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Love rain down on me, down on me. 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 Met him on a Thursday, sunny afternoon. Cumulus clouds, 84 degrees. He was brown, deep. Said he wanted to talk about my mission, listen to my past lives. Took me on long walks to places where butterflies rest easy. Talked about Moses and Mumia, reparations, blue colors, memories of shell-top Adidas. He was fresh, like summer peaches, sweet on my mind like block parties and penny candy. Us was nice and warm. No jacket, no umbrella, just warm. At night we would watch the stars and he would physically give me each and every one. I felt like cayenne pepper.
I've learned anybody who I've been romantically connected with or intimate with has either appreciated or understood me, but never both.
Ooh.
Explain.
Yes, go deeper.
I think, in short, I think people have come into my life sometimes for the idea of me. A lot of people like the idea of what I represent. Outside of my artistry that you can see from the mainstream, it's the look of, she's out the way. She doesn't talk to a lot of men. She does this and she lays low, and when you get into my life, you realize I'm slightly more domesticated than you'd even imagine from the outside looking in. So I think people have appreciation for me, but never true understanding in that regard. They don't really know me. They don't really get it. And those who do get it don't know how to nourish it, don't know how to make sure it's fostered and taken care of and loved properly, because they just don't appreciate it.
Interesting. Who is that, Andy? Star Styles. I don't know who she is, but she said something quite interesting. Let me give... So, one thing that I think is so fascinating about the study of psychology is clinicians know they can't see into your mind. They can see your thought patterns. They can see your behavior, but they can't see into your mind. They can't experience you as you experience you. So this is going to sound weird, but I need y'all to walk with me a little. Don't you know you're a symbol to your man? Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on, Zoe. Don't hit him too hard. Yes. You're a symbol to him. He can only go by what the clinician goes by. Behavior, right? And your thought process. And that's if he's adroit and adept enough at seeing your thought process, understanding it, right? But he can't know the experience of you the way you know you. The sister said, I'm appreciated but not understood. Sometimes the understanding piece is really the self-work. That's your work. Do you comprehend what I'm saying? I want to be understood. No. I can understand parts of you, right? You're a symbol, right? Do you know the symbol is not what it symbolizes? This is what the great Alfred Korzybski said when he said the map is not the territory. See, I can understand the map of you, the symbol of you, but I can't understand the territory of you as you can't understand the territory of me. We're in a shared experience that I can't access the way you experience our shared experience. The only way you can give me the symbols of language. You know, you make me feel this way. You know, I love the way you talk to me. You know, I love the way you... I can understand that, but I can't touch it the way you touch it. And you can't touch it the way I touch it. Ooh, 1-800-920-1580. Am I saying it's an unrealistic expectation to be understood and appreciated? What I'm saying is, if you're appreciated, isn't that something that is exceptional, to be around someone who appreciates you, not for what you do, but for who you are and how you show up? Sometimes we want more than is necessary to be happy. Don't do that to people, Zoe. Sometimes we want, and if you're wanting that, where does that want come from? And are you reciprocating that? Have you reached that level of consciousness that you can reciprocate? 1-800-920-1580. We got callers on the line. Tonight's topic, man, is a doozy. It's a doozy. I can forget you faster and more efficiently than I can forgive you. I'm arguing the opposite is true. What are your thoughts? 1-800-920-1580. Attila from Houston, Texas, you're first up. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
Uncle Zoe.
Hey.
I have questions for you.
Here we go. We're not at that part
Don't
yet.
say it like that. Don't say it like that. I have questions.
What questions?
So 3 questions. You were talking about forgiveness. And my question for you is, the first one, in the process of forgiving, what are some ways that you've had to seek forgiveness from yourself?
Yeah. That's big. What are some ways that I had to seek forgiveness from myself?
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to, now we're into self-forgiveness. In order to get to self-forgiveness, what I had to learn was, I didn't ask to be here, so I shouldn't blame myself for the experiences that I've had. But at the same time, I am not guilty. How about that? I'm responsible for my reactions. And nobody taught me how to respond. I had to learn how to respond. So I am forever responsible for my reactions, right? I heard the Holnicks put it this way. It's not the issue that is your issue. It's how you respond to the issue that is your issue. So I had to learn, yeah, man, just because you came from a difficult situation, a difficult background, a hard childhood, that still doesn't give you, right, license to respond any kind of way you want to. I'm not even calling it responses. They were reactions. And I'm saying, so what you went through that? It's okay. God blessed you enough and gave you a mind that was able to look at yourself and then start to do this work and gather this information and change, right? I had to realize, man, the projects didn't make you uncontrollable. You liked the feeling of being out of control too. You liked the feeling of popping off. Do you understand? It became a part of your identity. And I had to forgive myself for really falling to the dark side of myself. Do you understand?
Real.
You use the circumstance and the situation that brought you to that moment as the catalyst to integrate with that side. And I was like, no, that's not right. That's not right for you, and that's not right for the people that orbit you and that you orbit. I had to learn that, and I had to forgive myself for reveling in some of those moments. Does that make sense?
100%. I mean, I'm glad you just mentioned reactions, because one of those things I was going to ask you about is hypervigilance. Right. So based on kind of like what you've experienced, how do you feel like hypervigilance factors into the aftermath of like betrayal?
I'm going to say this. Hypervigilance is not a psychic power. Many people who are hypervigilant, they feel like psychics. Oh, this looks like that. Oh, this looks like it's going to turn out this. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not psychic. You're just, it's threat assessment. And when you're dealing, listen to what I'm saying. Exactly, Val. It's a trauma response, right? But when you're dealing with broken people or what I call whips, works in progress, you're going to be proven right more than not, right? Because people fail, people are flawed, and they make mistakes. The biggest issue that we have in relationships is, how can I still love you when I'm upset with you, when I'm disappointed in you? Sometimes our disappointment disconnects us from the bond. In many cases, that happens. And I'm saying, as we evolve, you're going to have to learn how to be with a flawed human being. And being with a flawed human being is understanding, no, I'm not going to be here for abuse. No, I'm not going to be here for disrespect. But when you fall as a human being, right, I'm going to have to learn, hey, does it cost me more to discard you altogether and start anew? See, most people think starting anew means getting what you want. No, you don't get what you want. You become what you want, and then you magnetize it into your life. Does that make sense?
I agree. I would say, too, it kind of depends on what you perceive to be valuable, right? And so you heard the dismissible me lady speaking, and her videos are mad trippy, but she had a huge, like, Freudian slip at the beginning, and she said, you know, when I enter relationships, I realize I have to care about them. I mean, and she tried to change it up, and it got me thinking, if I don't value self-care, then I don't value the care of other people either. So ideally, if I discard someone in that state of not caring for myself, then it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. But I think this is great. So I don't want to hold you up, but my last question is...
wait. I got to tell you this. I got to tell you this. Someone on the KBLA Talk 1580 YouTube page just gave us our Thursday topic.
Hold on, let me get my iPad out. Yeah.
based off of what I was just saying, On the Clock at the Foundry, that's their name. On the Clock at the Foundry. He called it scarevoyant. Ooh, hypervigilance.
I like that.
Not clairvoyant, but scarevoyant. Whoo, that was fire. Yes, yes. All right, go ahead.
That's exactly what it is. You're scanning for threats.
Yeah.
And this is kind of what I was getting at the other day. Like, anything that is like done in a defensive posture is always going to have a certain, kickback to it, right? Because it reverberates. So you may think that you are protecting yourself from them, but really you're protecting yourself from your higher self, if that makes sense. Your little self from your higher self. Because every opportunity to be betrayed, to be lied to, or whatever the case, it's also an opportunity to reveal your own motives and heal yourself. And we don't want that. Because if I have to admit that I really just wanted the outcome and not you, that's tricky. But if you give me an opportunity to say you cheated or you did this, there you go.
Scarevoyant.
So I'm sorry, I have one last question.
Okay, give it to me. Yeah.
One last question. So in what way can the presence of hypervigilance denote a lack of self-forgiveness and self-inquiry, in your opinion?
Well, you just remember, hypervigilance is, like you said, scanning for threats, right? But when you're scanning for threats, you're also scanning for outcomes. Right? Oh, this is going to turn out like this. This is going to turn out like... You get what I'm saying? To be conscious is different than being hypervigilant. Consciousness, being self-aware, being aware is a lot like non-attachment, or the difference between non-attachment and detachment, right? Non-attachment is I'm not attached to the outcome, but I'm invested and present, right? Hypervigilance is more like detachment. I know this is going to go bad, so I'm going to get out of here. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. When we come forward, more from the VOR.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Unwrap LA this winter with Metro. Whether you're heading to a family gathering or last-minute shopping, Metro's got you. Enjoy free rides across Metro on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. Move with joy. Move with community this holiday season. Go Metro. Still battling a thirsty lawn that guzzles water and drains your wallet? Let LADWP turn that patch of grass into a gorgeous, drought-smart garden for free. We're talking a full California-friendly landscape makeover designed and installed by pros at no cost to you. That's right, LADWP does the work, you get the upgrade. Ready to transform your yard and save big? Visit LADWP.com/leap. That's LADWP.com/LEAP.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach? Transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal? Prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Jill Scott, my goodness, she inspired tonight's topic.
Crazy, crazy love. Thought it was good, thought it was real, thought it wasn't love. I just don't know where I should go. So slowly, surely, I walk away from self-serving, undeserving, constantly hurting me, love, deserting me, love. You said, I said, we said, but slowly, surely, I walk away from confusing love, misusing love.
Is it easy for you or hard for you when it is time to cut people off?
Probably one of the hardest things to do in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because, man, my heart, when I say my heart is big, I'm not trying to go R. Kelly, how he did on the show.
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart because my heart is so big. People betray me and I keep forgiving them.
Heart was so big. People keep abusing me. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying my heart, as me, Lou Young.
Oh, this guy.
I'll give you a chance at the chance at the chance.
Yeah.
And then it's like, when I hit that breaking point,
yeah,
I need God to have grace with me to know that I tried. I tried.
I need grace because I know that I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to go and abuse grace. But I'm so glad that because he knew me before I knew myself, he knew there was going to come a moment I may struggle, I may stumble.
That's Lou Young and Brother Kurt Franklin. And they were bringing up some good stuff. I'm just going to say this, and then I'm going to get back to Attila, and then we're going. Nikki from the SIP is here, too. We focus on the person when the person is merely a mirror. I got a big heart. And maybe if you had a heart that was so big, it didn't keep account of the love it gave, those people wouldn't have that kind of impact on you. But people who say they got a big heart, a lot of times they're looking to get something back. You don't know how many conversations I've had, thousands of conversations with people. It's not a big heart when it keeps a receipt. It's performing care, love, and giving. I got a big heart, and that's my problem. Your problem is not a big heart. Your problem is thinking you're supposed to be paid back for love. True love is unconditional and infinite. It cannot be emptied. Nothing is lost. Did you know true love doesn't adhere to the laws of thermodynamics? Doesn't. True love doesn't adhere to that. There's no entropy in love. Ooh, and nothing is lost. Nothing falls into disorder. Hold tight. When I come forward, the voice of reason, going to get Attila's final thought, and then we're going to go to Nikki from the SIP.
serving, undeserving, constantly hurting me, love.